medical system in Imo State should be able to bring out all your medical details so that they can know what blood type you are, what is your medical history, and what are the things you are allergic. Those stuffs that could keep you alive. Those are the things that are they seem so simple, little things, but they are very crucial. They are those things that define the government that you have. That's why every day in the UK, the threat of the NHS tanking scares the shit out of everyone in this country, like everyone with sense. Even, not just everyone like that, too, including the rich people that could buy anything for themselves. They are also worried for NHS. Because if it tanks, hey, but they won't let that happen. Trust me, they won't. However, Kalu was in Borono, where he went there to commission electric cars. People will not get electricity. Of course, you can always they want to cut down the what is that thing called, a carbon emission, a carbon dioxide, a carbon monoxide emission, and all of that by 2030. Excuse me, by 2030. So, in order to make it look like they are doing something about that, a country that barely 200 million people that barely generates 10,000 megawatt of electricity and distributing less than 3,000 megawatt of electricity. Right now, as you are watching this video, they just recently today officially confirmed that the national grid has collapsed again today. Nigeria national grid collapsed again today. South African stock exchange is valued at somewhere around $900 billion. In South Africa, they build planes, they build military weapons, they build military jets in South Africa, as it is, okay? Now, South Africa's stock exchange is valued at 900 plus $900 billion. All right. Nigeria's stock exchange is valued at $50 billion. Forget about all those blood dark money, okay? This is like official. The population of South Africa is roughly 65 million people. The population of Nigeria is put at 200 million people. So if you still don't have a clue that Nigeria is a poor country, courtesy of these greedy, selfish criminals, you probably would never be so awakened to the danger that you are living, carrying that identity up and down. You have a country that is deliberately made poor, and it is working exactly how they want it to be. And in that shamelessness, some of you are still walking about with your useless ego. Nigeria this, Nigeria that. But factually, there's absolutely nothing to back any of your braggings. I was seeing where some were becoming enraged again. When this guy, Shegun Showumi, was taking a dig at the Igbos and reigniting the Igbos versus Yoruba versus Igbo, this or that again. And I am like, listen, we know those who are already damaged, and they can make you damaged, or they can damage you too. It starts from you trying, okay, to want to possibly like out-argue those who are deliberately being mischievous. I don't know if you have seen that video or if you have not yet, but in case if you come across it, it is a pandemic. Nigerians who are champions in tribal, ethnic champions leagues. Education has failed them. Exposure has failed you. And while the rest of even Africa around you are doing their best to at least get out of the quagmire they found themselves, making efforts, you educated mofos, ethnic bigots, tribal religious jingoists who have pride in emptiness. Igbos are better than the Yorubas. Yorubas are far greater than your forefathers. Fulanis are the best in this or that. You grounded dumbos. Look around you. When you are done giving yourselves all those self-inflicted trophies of your tribal and ethnic champions leagues, you realize that the world has left you. Back to Kolu. He just told them in Borno State that the bombing of innocent people in Kaduna, which some people are saying, if Nigeria is a real country, you don't blow 156 countrymen into mistress and still be able to go to bed. It is impossible. The country shouldn't just go quiet. I said, why won't they go quiet? At least they are not the ones bombed into mistress. So they could spare enough energy to prove who is more tribally bigoted or ethnically bigoted, living in the poverty capital of the world, where majority of their citizens from the north to the west, from the east to the middle belt, to from the every corner of the country, you have the poverty capital, population of the poverty capital of the world. Your people are living in multi-dimensional poverty, but you mofos, you morons, you are champions in defending that your non-existent tribal, ethnic supremacy. Therefore, you give room to morons like yourselves, criminals like yourselves, to continue to give the reasons why. For those who got killed, why they died, and those of you who are still here being stupid when you die, probably God actually approves it. Who knows? Maybe everything you are facing right now, God probably approves it. Keep fighting. Here is Kolu.
Well, my purpose is to condole the entire country through the army on the loss of life in Kaduna. Is tragic. But as people of faith, and the people who believe in this country, and importantly, faith, death through Nabi and the separation of God, Shahada. Did it. We must take that one as a tragic event decided by Lord. Otherwise, it won't happen.
Glorify your name to the call. Honor of the day, honor of the beginning and the head.
Nuisance leleyi. Nuisance leleyi.
God designed it. You know what we call that in Yoruba? Ikú Ọlọ́run ló fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. If you died because the police stray bullet killed you, maybe that's how God designed it. God loved you so much that he designed that one drunk police officer should fire his gun and come and kill and shoot you. Ọlọ́run ló fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. You are there celebrating Maulud Nabi. Maulid Nabi. And then, boom, ga, awolo. And then the person who is responsible came out and he said, they are dead, yo. How many are they? 156. As a people of faith, listen to me. That's how God designed it. Sure, you see this God, It's a very, very wonderful God and strange too. I have been I grew up where religious preachers, they will be in a way using the death in your family to praise God so that you can possibly just brace up and forget it, that maybe that's how God wants it. It was my great-grandmother, Yemi, that said, I've been noticing in what do you call it, in conversations, okay? I was just today here. Ọlọ́màjàrí ikú Ọlọ́run ló fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Like in Ijebu, Ọlọ́màjàrí ikú Ọlọ́run rẹ̀ fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. Ìyẹn ni pé, may I not die the kind of death that people will see, and out of pity, they will say, maybe that's how God designed it. Sure, you get. And that was the moment I was like, in my life, even in my death, I won't die the death of Ọlọ́run ló fẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀. And that's exactly what Kolu just told them that he read it. Like, you see, it's by God's design. God can use us, and if you are going now and they say, they are going to the graduation of their daughter. And then because of the terrible road, they had an accident. And because there is no medical care in time, nowhere to take care of them in that emergency, so they die. To console the family, they will say, maybe that's how God designed it. How could God design something that is totally preventable? Then they will try to change it for you. Are people not dying in abroad? All of you always want to try to make it look like it's only in Nigeria that people are dying of road accident. People are dying of this. People die everywhere. But do you know something? When people die anywhere, for example, here in the UK, if they die and their death, number one, they have to explain the cause of that death. Sure, you understand? If somebody die on road accident, they will check the history of the car they are traveling in. They will check the speed they are traveling in. They will check the state of the road they are traveling in. So that is when they will begin to take any possible what led to it and what is to be blamed and the rest of that, so that if there is any of those cause of death that is beyond the error of the driver, maybe overspeeding, or maybe mechanical fault or something, right? If it is on the part of the infrastructure to prevent such happening again, they must say it and say, listen, you see that bend of that road? That was a dangerous bend. It must be fixed, or else there will be more crashes that could lead to death. But pending that time, you must improve on the warnings for the drivers. That's what we do here. So in Nigeria, you have terrible road that they failed to build. You have failed the medical system that could even rescue you, save your life. Accident happens, but at least there is something to save your life. That is what, these are the things missing. But you want to tell yourself and make yourself feel good, like, but people die everywhere too now. It's only in Nigeria that, because you want to make yourself feel better by denying the fact that they want you to be like this. And you have told yourselves that if anything lead to anything by this, definitely it is the design of God. No, it is not. It is not the design of God. What kind of God do you even serve? I'm talking to you. All of now, if you say every small thing you want to attach it, what kind of God do you serve? A magician? Abracadabra God? I need 1 million, I need 100 million $100 million God like this one. Magician. Of course, you can't be that dumb to think your God is a God of magician that can do anything because your pastor said God can do anything. Like, it's a common sense thing, don't you think? You bombed people. Some people were responsible for that. What you should do by now is that if they are failing to actually give the report of those who did that within 24 hours when that happened, you would have announced the sacking of the senior military chiefs and all of them. That's what it should be. But won't you go shock you? Bokuwari was taking picture with service chiefs who are marching and taking selfies, group pictures in starched uniforms on the graves of Nigerians that are being killed every day. He couldn't sack them. So I'm saying, if you have government, somebody is responsible for that. And they should be held responsible for that. That is an action that says, no, God did not design it. But they are deceiving you, you are deceiving yourself, and here I am. I am the one who is possibly the problem. So I'll leave it at that. There are more that we could have spoken about today, but we wrap it up at that point. But remind you that, see, look at this. So they once told you that Tinubu's special probing, whatever, that they discovered 7 trillion naira of looted money. Now, it's been a while. We haven't seen the 7 trillion naira they discovered from Emefiole. Nigeria is broke. All of you are going there bunker soon. Yet, they still haven't told you. I mean, they still haven't told you where they keep the 8 trillion naira or where it is located. They remove subsidy. And after removing subsidy, it's already 7 months. So if we ask you now, see how much they don't save from the subsidy they removed. Now, so you go become the masturbate in public. They get muscle like person will use Viagra with with kunu. And somehow, you get angry easily. Where is the money you save from the subsidy? Where is the 8 trillion naira they discovered somewhere? And all of that, which we all know is all lies. But when you buy lies, after you finish eating the lies, you will end up having to come and starve on the truth. Now, Kaduna Littlefinger is back. I told you they are already gathering and they have a way of doing their things, okay? Apart from the fact that they are already planning to sue Tinubu for allowing the Nigerian military to bomb Tudunbiri. So, Kaduna Littlefinger, Hell Rufaya of Kaduna, is back, all for the Tudunbiri bombing. And the Dauramani Queen, Bokuwari Mumumadu, is there as usual as an effigy that everyone goes to take pictures with, okay? 7 months or less than 7 months after living the comfort of that luxury. What do you call that again, by the way? Easy life for that 8 years is already deteriorating, by the way. I just want you to know, okay? In another 6 months, somebody said that the mask will fall off. All of the plastic surgery they did for him, all of that will begin to kind of show off. Not be saying no get money. Do not think Bokuwari has no money. In your 2024 budget, 28.5 billion naira is going to be shared by 12 of them, including Bokuwari. They were the former presidents and vice presidents. You know, Ubitu Ukiwe. I think that one is the deputy to Babangida Abi. Babangida, they collect pension. Obasanjo, they collect pension. Gowon is collecting pension. Egbere Jolantan is collecting pension. Namandi Zambo is collecting pension. Atiku Abubakar is collecting pension. What's that one that left with Bokwari? Bokwari is collecting pension. Pastor Ruga is collecting pension. In 2024, 28.5 billion naira is what will feed them. Take care of them. I hope it will be enough for the plastic surgery that managed to keep the Bokwari physically available, but mentally unavailable for 8 years. And they are back to start taking that pictures and that image, all to say the North is bleeding. Well, Tinubu returned back to Abuja after the trip to Borono, and indeed, I am going to give you that, and I'm going to go make another tea. So when I get back, I'll take calls, okay? So we have over 2,000 of us. I always have over 2,000 of you on YouTube, right? But it's almost every night, every now and then, I have to tell them, please go and like the video now. I mean, how could you have over 2,000 people who are busy kind of networking in the comment section? Because it's a different word to all of you there in the comment section on YouTube. And you do make me jealous sometimes. I feel like I could go there and start chatting too and live here. But listen, leave the comment section for a second, okay? If you haven't already liked the video, please do. So that when I get back, I will take calls. Thank you. I will be back. Call you. That's us. Really sorry there. I am a caller. You need to mute that broadcast, though. Or take it out of. I'm sorry. I'm hearing myself. That's really annoying. Please fix that and call back, okay? Here is another caller. Could that be Charles? By the way? Hello.
Hello, Mr. Mayegu, my brother. Good evening, sir.
How are you?
This is Charles on the line. I'm fine.
Oh, Charles. I saw your name. That's why I said, is that Charles? Don't think I was like kind of that genius anyway. So, how are you doing tonight, Charles?
I'm fine.
Great, Baba. Yeah, please go on.
I'm good. brother. How is the family? I might
Good.
debate
Oh,
from
thanks
the
so
main
much.
topic. Understand? Good. I want to have that's for my own personal observation. I stand to be corrected. The I'm glad for the issue of the Dangote refinery that is coming up. Hello?
Okay.
Yes, I'm glad they say they best the first how many million barrels of crude oil
1
for
million barrel.
refining. Yes, for refining.
You
But
said
do
you
you,
said
to
you are
me,
glad that it is coming up.
yes, but I
Okay.
still have some sketchy observation on those things. That's boiled down to Nigerian problem. They say they are going to start with diesel and other, but they are not going to for PMS. They have to take some time. I keep observing because now in Nigeria they are selling PMS 650, 700, and I know with the present exchange rate, that amount is not the real price of PMS. It's higher than that. That is to tell you that up to now, the PMS that these people has been selling for over 6 to 7 months was the PMS that they actually stored and they paid subsidy on it in the
Okay.
previous government.
Okay. Well, your observation won't be far-fetched or far from truth. But go on.
That's what I'm observing because if not, because the present exchange rate is at 950 from the central bank. And even people that bought the fuel for like past 2 3 months, exchange rate is about 700, 800 as of then. And if you check the real price of PMS from international market, is if you Google it, you see it's about $1.50. If you do the exchange rate on $1 to naira, it's more than 600. It's more than 700. You've not talked about the landing costs, the cost of transportation. I know Nigeria. Nigeria cannot buy goods and bring that to
Because
Nigeria and sell
Nigerians
it
still
for you
believe that
at
subsidy is gone, truly. And that's what they want to believe. But do you see what you just worked out right there? Yeah. Is enough for anybody
yeah,
who want to tell themselves the truth. That's okay, I'm gone. They said subsidy is gone. All right. And if we look at all these variations that you've mentioned, okay, definitely the landing cost for a liter of petroleum can never be 610 naira. It's impossible. Okay. So what happens to the
it
difference?
cannot. It
How
cannot.
come we are still buying it
It,
for 610, 700 in some places when it could be more? But they say subsidy. You know
it's
what I mean? Like,
supposed,
I'm with you anyway. Go on.
to me, fuel at the real price of PMS should be around 1,000 to 1,315. If actually there's no subsidy, and actually the fuel they're selling for us now is not
It's
the
the
one
one they
they've
just brought
stored.
in and not the old
If it is one
ones.
they just bought, yes.
Well,
Because up to now,
you started your observation from that of Dangote. Okay.
yes, I'm going back to that of Dangote
Yeah, that
to kind of
they
connect it
said
now.
it's starting operation. Then they have given it
Yes, now,
1 million barrels of crude oil.
no,
So how come that the same
yes,
refinery
now
that will bring diesel, AGO, I mean,
that
what do
would
they call
say,
that? Is I mean, though it will bring aviation fuel. It's not bringing petrol.
yes,
Why and how? I
thank
think
you.
that
That
was
is
your
why.
observation, Abi. Yeah, emphasize. Go on.
Yes, that is what. Yes, my observation. So I'm going back to that, and the reason I will tell you now. Now, the reason why they don't want to produce PMS from Dangote now is because the recent price of PMS in Nigeria is not the real price. If he refine PMS, he cannot sell it 700, 800. He will rather take it out of Nigeria and sell it to other countries the real price. And people will start, it's a private company. He's entitled to his
But
profit.
the way they talk about the way APC talk about Dangote refinery, you will think they are the
Yes,
one
but
building it. But there's something I'm going to say,
okay,
Charles, for the sake of our listeners,
yes,
okay, and possibly help
yeah,
to clear that your doubt. I mean, I don't think you even have a doubt that this is a pure fraud. Okay, but I will help here, right? Charles, there is no Dangote refinery.
Yeah.
100% there's no Dangote refinery. Dangote refinery by name is just an arrangement by the power holders in Nigeria as a means of financial laundering of Nigeria's money. It's simple and short. Okay. However, where the whole scheme, the scheme they are running, it runs so deep, yeah, that Dangote cannot profitably refine crude oil and make money. It is impossible without possible handout from the government in form of subsidy. Now, here is how a lot of people will discover and understand the fraud called Dangote Refinery. Initially, they said Dangote Refinery was coming to help boost the local production of petroleum and for local use to break the price.
Yeah.
And it was going to be given regular supply of crude oil in Naira, okay, which means they are doing everything to ensure that, you know what I mean, all the scales of cost of production that the company could bear are going to be bought by Nigeria. Yeah. Do you get that now? So it could have worked with that, and they could have been more open and say, okay, yeah, this is what you get, and this is what you give it back to us for. We won't give you money, but you know what I mean? Like, but Dangote Refinery is built in a way that they want to be importing crude oil. The story of bringing crude oil from Niger Delta is the sweetest part that is sellable to Nigerians, because they said it is cheaper to bring crude oil from Brazil to Nigeria to refine than bringing it from Niger Delta. Do you get that now? So, however, others were wondering, hey, hang on, no, I've got a frozen screen, but stay on there, okay?
Oh, Bugwala ma je breakfast. Asikoto ni kanu kuma jete ototoni. Sumobile. Oh, Bugwala ma je breakfast.
So the whole arrangement, Baba. Now, when did they now make that announcement? Okay, a lot of people. Are you still there, Charles? Sorry. So, Charles, a lot of people didn't know, a lot of people didn't know that secretly, Bokwari's government has given Dangote import license, and is the only person that they gave it to.
Yes,
that he became popular.
Yes, they gave him import license.
Do you get that? And the import license is for Dangote refinery. Why would Dangote import any fuel when he's building a refinery? Why? Why does Dangote need an import license? Why? But they kept that coded, and they kept that away from the people. So what you have right now in Nigeria is not a refinery. Okay? They can turn anything on, turn the Christmas light on, turn some screen on in some room, take some pictures, okay? Start some engine somewhere. In fact, take you to the tank farms where they keep crude oil. Papa, see, crude oil and tank farm. Crude oil is like, maybe crude oil is there under the ground for thousands of years now, Abi. So if you take it out of the ground and you put it inside a tank, is it going to go spoil?
Yes.
It's not going to spoil.
No.
So if you say your refinery is working and you are going to, in a crude oil, right? The production, when the production starts, what you extract, it will start from petroleum. That's the most valuable one of it. Petroleum. Then you extract diesel. Then you extract aviation fuel. Then you extract kerosene. Then you extract a bitumen. You see all the leftover. You know, it's almost like everything inside crude oil is money. So
everything is money.
Why would you then take 1 million barrel, publicize 1 million barrel, and then you came back 2 days later to say, "Oh, guys, you know what? Only diesel will come out for now, and the aviation fuel for now. Petrol won't come out. What will happen to that petrol inside that crude oil? They will go to throw it away." That's why I said there's no guarantee. Sorry, Charles, go on.
I'm telling you, I'm sorry. If just one more, I go, because in petroleum cracking and cracking distillation, 40% is PMS. 40% of it, 40.2% of it is PMS.
Okay.
That has the highest volume. You know. The next one is 25%, which is the gas. You understand? If it is the AGO.
AGO, yeah.
diesel. So I don't know how they will going to mine their own source that, and by the people that are doing refining, they will tell you that for you to refine one particular just one particular distance from a distance crude oil,
One
you are
barrel
going
of crude oil,
to
you mean?
you are, yes, for 1 barrel of crude oil, you just want to refine only stick on AGO alone. It's
So you
going to
want to
cost
weigh
you
the
more.
others. That's where that's your
It's
answer.
going to
That is your answer. Everybody asking
it will
about
cost you
Dangote
more.
refinery. Baba, what do you think it's going to take to batch a ship with diesel, with AGO, the aviation fuel, right? Batch them in a papa,
Yeah,
and then move them
and
straight to the tank farm and put them in the tank farm.
and
Then announce that
down fan
Dangote refineries diesel are ready. Tankers should move in.
already.
How hard is that, Baba? Like how hard?
That is the angle I'm seeing it, that they will be
It is
importing
what
fuel
is going
through
to
the
happen,
Dangote
me.
and the
Oh,
seaports. And
it's painful.
thank you, my God
Thank you
bless you
so
for the
much,
work you are doing.
Charles, for bringing
Let's
that up.
start
Okay,
people's calling.
thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, guys. What Charles was talking about earlier, I actually initially thought I put that up on our screen, but I didn't. So somebody was like analyzing what it takes to refine a barrel of a crude oil and what you get from it and all that stuff. So I actually thought I put it on earlier. Meanwhile, I have that my caller who is back. Stop. Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, sir. Mike.
Hey, Idris, is that you?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Good evening, bro. How are you?
Yeah, fine.
Bless you.
Yeah, thank you for everything you've been doing for the enlightenment.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, I specifically want to speak about what happened this weekend about these our so-called Apabiole that I think he did 60th birthday or 61st birthday. Yes. And I was just like, so this is how these politicians are. These people, they are just at the mercy of themselves. Because I can't believe that in the middle of hardship, in the middle of economic instability, I believe that the Senate president is the is it number 2 or number 3
I believe that
person in
is
Nigeria, right?
number 3 or number 3 in Nigeria. It doesn't even make sense, but yeah, it's the
So,
fourth most powerful man in Nigeria by hierarchy.
So he had that temerity to organize a birthday when just a few days Nigeria government killed at least more than 150 citizens.
By mistake.
I don't just get it. If, by mistake, just by mistake, and nobody is held accountable for it.
No.
I don't understand because even someone I think 2 or 3 your 3 days ago, or one of your brokers, someone analyzed that it's very difficult to get cash. Seriously, in Nigeria now, it is very difficult to get cash. It is very difficult. Imagine you have 10,000 naira in the bank and you just walk into ATM and you want to withdraw. And ATM is saying that there's no money. Okay, you walk into the counter. They just tell you that okay, you can only withdraw 5,000 naira. Just imagine.
So is that the situation you have experienced yourself? Yeah.
That is. I have experienced it. And that is exactly what is happening.
You can't withdraw all you came in to take.
You can't.
So I have
Exactly.
to take 100,000 naira, for example. So they may tell me that you can only take 50.
You can't. The best thing you can do is just once you withdraw 5,000, you will just have to walk to another branch, then you withdraw another one. Just that is how it is being run currently. That is how it's being run currently. So another thing I want to talk about is I want to ask, sir, what unites us in this country? If I'm not wrong, I believe it's probably soccer or football that will unite us. Now, this evening, I think they did this African Cup of Nations or something, World Cup or this in Africa.
Yeah, the best player, African
African best player.
Best player or something, right?
So,
For CAF.
yes. Yes. So I think Victor Osimhen and some other this yes is from, I think it's from the Eastern
And
tribe.
a few others, yeah.
He's from Eastern tribe, and the best keeper comes from the Eastern side as well. So I went to Twitter just a few minutes ago, and I can see these Yoruba people are saying that, oh, this as in, they were now glorifying that, oh, this is Igbo has they brought us unity, and but when it has to come about unity, you segregate them, but you are now calling them that, oh, we are one in this particular
Yeah, but
scenario.
like, you know,
So I don't
everybody
just get
is fine. You know, when it comes to football, right? People believe that we are one country, one people. And it, as beautiful as that used to be, right? A lot of events today have sort of, destroyed that myth. Okay, they are momentary. They're like a drug. Okay, they give you that momentary sort of a satisfaction, the relation, and all of that stuff. The moment the drug is clear, everybody goes back to their own factory settings. You know.
exactly. So one of your broadcasts, you know, I think I asked this question from you. I think earlier this year that, oh, what you this particular meaning, because I don't really understand it, that these Yoruba people, we Yoruba generally, I normally hear them saying that, oh, this Igbo, they are Ajokuta Momi, Ajokuta Momi, and you explain it to me,
Yeah, we
because to me,
always,
I
yeah,
believe that
those are like banters, old banters. Don't try it today. Oh. Today, if you say it now, you can get any person
exactly.
very angry, because you know why? Now everybody is kind of like, paranoid now. But we should be grateful for those who are managing their mind in this kind of situation, because everybody is going crazy now. So if you say something that we used to say to laugh about
Everybody.
before, if an Igbo man comes and say and call Yorubas no, there's something they call Yorubas because we eat a lot of oil. You get that ofu or something like that, right? So it's like there's a
Open
lot of
money.
oil. They can eat a whole keg of oil in our food. You know, we kind of put lots of oil in our food as well. So that used to be
Exactly.
funny. If an Igbo man suddenly come and call a Yoruba woman or a Yoruba man or fair man or something like that now, you go just see
It is
some
an
people where we
interest.
say we don't get mental problem for years. They go begin history lesson. Everybody go come the man, they come the para, they come the. Sure, you understand? So things are, even though we
Yes.
continue to, keeping quiet is not really the option, though, Idris. It's when I tell people
Yes.
that some things, don't just say them anymore. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm saying you should understand the time has changed. Okay, things you say before,
Mm.
harmlessly, you don't mean anything. You just say it. Okay, we joke about things a lot in the past, right? Aboki, shine my shoe. Come here, come and shine my shoe. Sure, you get. But
They were
nevertheless, if you try that
they are
today,
even
it's offensive. It is.
exactly.
You get that now, but it doesn't mean
Hmm.
that we should keep quiet or not speak out and all that. We should be very observant. Do not be nonchalant or
Okay.
something. Don't feel like, I mean, we used to say that now. I mean, okay, should you understand me now? Chima, saying as we they talk now, you go just say Chima, go just look at you like, what are you saying? And you be like, Chima, we used to joke like that now before. They say, oh, Benny, get out of here. Say, that is the situation we are in today. You can still joke, but just make sure you study, you are around, you are observant enough to know that
Exactly.
time has changed. So
Exactly.
Idris, you are one
Exactly.
of my favorite brother on this platform, and you know it. You do, right?
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
I
So
realized that before your story gets to Mayegu, Nigeria has happened to me again. On the issue of education and the rest of that, I got a message from you of this increment affecting you too, right?
it really affected. It really affected over almost 100%. I'm talking about Unilag. Unilag.
So tell me about it. What is
Unilag.
the situation right there? Like,
Yeah, okay.
what's that?
Okay. Last year, we paid 122,000 naira. Now this year, I think I shared the PDF of the students. I mean the pay advice. I shared it with you. It is 300 and 238,000 naira. So I calculated it and I saw that it is just over 90%. And this is if I have to, if I checked my telegram, my school telegram, everybody's just lamenting. Everybody's lamenting, and this is just it happened to everybody, both people that are supporting the Kolu and
I
those people
thought they
that are not
said when
supporting
you
it.
protested, they were
We
going to review it. Didn't they review that?
They did not review anything. They did not review anything. They did not review anything. In Nigeria now, they will just leave you at the mercy of you shouting, and they will go back to the room and they will do what they like. And nobody. If you try to protest, they will just mark one or two people's face, and that is the end of it. A program of 5 years now is now 7 years. I think I explained it to you, sir.
I saw that.
A program of 5 years
your
is now
final
7 years.
year yourself, aren't you?
Yes, I just had to go back to school after many years that I've been to I've done my ND. So I had to go back to school, and since 2018 now, this is a program of 5 years is now going to 8 years, 8 years. COVID-19 affected, ASU strike affected a whole year.
Okay.
So it is really affecting, and
Idris,
like you normally say, everybody is going to affect. Everybody is affecting. It's going to affect, and it's really affecting. So
Idris.
a colleague of mine here a colleague of mine wants to say hi.
Oh,
So
okay.
he has been
Okay, go on.
Hello, Mr. Maegu.
Hello, brother.
It is really great. It's really great speaking with you today. It's a great privilege.
Thank
As a
you.
matter, yes, as a matter of fact, so we cherish the job you've been doing because we get the truth,
You do.
the naked truth about the happenings in this country. That's what we get from you, and as a matter of fact, it's going to change a lot of things. It's going to change a lot of things.
Let's hope so.
You know, it's so unfortunate that here when you speak the truth, they go after you.
I know.
It's so unfortunate. When you open up and tell them the truth, they go after you. But we can't live without the truth.
Of course we can't.
We just can't live without truth. There's no way we can't survive without.
I can do the job on your behalf. I can do all the talking on your behalf and everything. But to make it work is to know that people actually are taking these messages in. Is when you hear the clarion call that says, "Oh, ye the people, rise and take back what is yours." Then nobody should push back. That's the purpose of all these messages, where you have a reason to stand up and fight. You get that now? Don't say I want to. That nobody is fighting for anyone in this situation we are in now. But when we are fighting side by side, right, there's a chance, okay, that we are going to win. So when you hear that call, we want a generation that is not giving excuses. And I'll be so grateful that one day, like you said, this will make sense. And the only way to make it make sense is when people like yourself, students whose future are being sort of, gambled away, and they don't care. This is the real world. Now, when you begin to have a reason why you have to stand up yourselves, if you want to take my future, then you are taking my life. You should rather just take my life then. Okay. Now, when you begin to have that kind of courage, mentality, and reason, one day I'll probably be holding your hand, you will be holding mine, and we'll be at the trenches, forming a line, fighting for the same thing. I kind of fulfill that.
Exactly.
God bless you. Thank you so much. Idris, what I'm going to do now...
He's my Igbo brother. He's my Igbo brother. He's my Igbo brother. He's my Igbo brother.
I don't know why, but it's all right, So,
no, for different reasons. He's my Igbo brother. He's my Igbo brother, and I love him very much. So I'm nice.
Bless you. Now, Idris, about your school, okay? I think I didn't read the whole message. Did you say you've paid some, or you are still kind of
No, I've gathered. I gathered some. So I didn't even expect that he's going to get to do that.
What you're going to say next, okay? Because what I'm about to ask you now, okay, you should be very, very careful before you answer that. All right. So, how much do you have left to balance up when it comes to this your school fees? How much?
As for now, I have almost 155,000 naira now.
Now,
155,000.
155,000 naira. So what we're going to do is this, okay? The moment you drop this call, right? I want you to type that your account details, okay? Put it in that comment section on YouTube. Somebody is going to give you the money this evening, okay? Or hopefully somebody will do. So do that before the next 40 minutes, and I can ask people to do that. And then stay on there to let me know when the money is complete, okay? So that it's not over. I'm going to go to the next one. So Idris, take it easy and
thank you very much, sir.
Okay? Good one. I want you, brethren, who have always been that kind of, you know what I mean? When you are looking for 150,000 naira, isn't that 100 pounds or how much? $120 or $150, right? So I'm going to put the details on that screen. I don't have money. I don't have naira. I don't have bank accounts in Nigeria, but I guess I could bank on you. For those of you who probably wouldn't mind, I'm not going to have to mention your name, okay? But I want us to do that for a brethren in the temple tonight. Let's just call it those one-off, okay? Meanwhile, the line is still pretty much opened. And for those of us who are still here with us tonight, please remember, if you are one of those over 2,000 brethren currently on the YouTube, right? And you haven't really taken a break, like, you know, go back under that video and then like the video. Then that means there's something you haven't done. And that is pay your offering. It's as simple as that. I will be grateful. So I'm waiting for Idris to put out that detail. When he does, okay, it may take us another 10-15 minutes to make that happen. I would probably love to, you know, see that that is done, concluded before we leave the program tonight. So here we go. Hello there. I actually thought I got you. Did I? Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. Did you call and drop the phone and went on with something else or something?
No.
It was like you are asking me
I've been
for
here all the while.
Oh, okay, I'm coming. That's me. The African Wahala. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. I'm doing very well, my brother.
Great. Please.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being a blessing to our brother Idris. Thank you so much for that assistance. And I trust the great people of the Temple of Truth will come through for him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to bank on them because I need this. When I saw the message, I was like, okay, I won't get money until end of the month, but I need this. I want it now. So there will be people that will handle that. So yeah, thank you. The African Wahala.
Yeah, thank you. Please. Yes, sir. I just wanted to touch quickly on you spoke about the value of the South African stock exchange, comparing that
the economy and the population to match. Nigeria is just unreal. Go on, Baba.
Yes. You know, you also spoke about how people love making themselves happy by lying to themselves.
Yes.
So it's a psychological way of